Welcome back to J Tendencies. I am your beloved host, J
And
Suave.
I am Jreese.
And what a week it has been in the sports world. We have seen a lot of NBA this week. We have seen a lot of NFL. And I feel like it's not right to speak about this without stating that the amount of times we had talked mess about the Jets, they finally picked it up on Thursday. Won this game 21-13. And it was just crazy because like they found various ways to lose each and every week. The week before this, they literally lost. They lost in an impossible scenario to lose. One of my boys sent me a video. It was like they had more rushing yards, had more passing yards, and literally the record was like 171-0 until the Jets lost that game. Those are the stats. So yeah, finally brought this back. I mean, I honestly thought the Texans were going to win this game as soon as they went up 7-0, but they did not. Jets actually showed promise. Devontae Adams put up a performance on my fantasy league. Speaking of my fantasy league, Travis Kelsey's last catch of the night yesterday lost me my fantasy league. And I was so sick. I lost 132.5 to 132.1. And I can't do it no more.
Get better, bud.
This pit. What do you
Get
mean, bro?
better.
It makes me mad. It makes me mad because Kyle Pitts had 2 points. He had a dude that was out. He had Jawan Jennings in his starting lineup, bro. He didn't even
Bro, I had
play.
Brian Robinson in my starting lineup. I still beat Adam by like 50. That's because Stephon Diggs was
It's
also out in his starting lineup.
it's insane, bro. But speaking of the Texans, they go down to 6-3, so they're still good at least in their division.
CJ
They
Stroud
have two
struggled,
receivers.
though. Sacked 8 times. That old
Yeah,
line was not protecting him whatsoever. And especially being down
that
your two top receivers, they might. It's going to look a little bad for them moving forward.
yeah. And I'm not gonna lie, like CJ had the rough game, but this offensive line has not been good all
Yeah.
year, like at all year. And of course they have their two receiver sideline, but Nico Collins is due to come back next week, so I'm not even
Oh,
tripping.
I'm tripping. I thought Nico Collins was done for the year, too. That's good then.
Now he's due back.
Okay.
Yeah, he's due back next week.
True.
And then this game like really wasn't that interesting unless you were watching it. But the Titans and the Patriots. Drake May with the craziest fourth down completion to go and
An
end it, bro.
11
Not end it,
second
but like send it to
scramble, bro.
OT. That was insane,
Bro,
bro.
and then
It just like the it just like that the Titans won the coin toss, bro. It sucks that we can't have
but then
two
yeah, but
drives.
but they only kicked a field goal. Then Drake May threw an interception to lose the game in double
Yeah,
coverage. So
that was like a terrible
so
throw.
let's it's not like they didn't have a chance to win the game.
Yeah. Then you got the freaking Chiefs going just down the field. You see the video of Baker Mayfield where he was just sick that they won the coin toss?
Yeah, bro.
He knew it was
He knew
over,
it was
bro.
done, bro.
He knew it was over. But that was a rough game. I was hoping that the Bucks would win,
Me
honestly,
too.
but I mean, Panthers gonna win next week, and then we gonna be in the race, bro.
But
Trust we going ten and
this is the
seven.
best. This is the best game that Patrick Mahomes has played all year. Three was it three passing touchdowns? No, it was. I think it was two. It was
Yeah.
three because I know he had the two to DeAndre Hopkins, and then who was the third one too?
Oh,
Because I
never
think
mind.
because I
At first, what's it called? They just ran
yeah
it. Yeah.
because Kareem Hunt had two touchdowns I think, and
Yeah.
then what's it called? Like DeAndre Hopkins, like people were saying he was washed ever since he got to Tennessee. Bro showed you he's not washed. His first touchdown of the day, it was set up by a crazy catch in triple coverage, a perfect pass from Patrick Mahomes right in the basket, bro. It was an insane throw and an insane catch, bro. Like DeAndre Hopkins is the best thing that happened to this team, bro. Like even if they had Hollywood Brown and Rasheed Rice, and who was the other guy they had that got hurt too?
Um,
And Juju Smith.
I
It was Juju. It was Juju. Like what's it called? None of them would have had the same impact as DeAndre Hopkins going to have on this offense, and they don't even go get DeAndre Hopkins if those guys are healthy. So like all those injuries, those are horrible, but low key a blessing in disguise because I think DeAndre Hopkins is going to be the best receiver since Tyreek Hill that he's played with. I think he's better than Tyreek Hill. But like probably not at this stage of his career, obviously. But I still think that impact is better because I don't think Tyreek Hill is gonna go up there and make those catches that DeAndre Hopkins is gonna make for Patrick Mahomes.
Yeah, I mean he can like get up there, but he don't got hands like D
Exactly.
Hop. But you know, yesterday, my favorite day of the week, Victory Monday. Panthers ended up winning 23 to
Had
22.
very few of those the last couple years. You know.
All right, bro.
My bad.
All right,
Hey,
bro.
hey,
Here,
enjoy your win, bro. Be happy, bro. Talk about it.
here we go. I can't even be happy,
enjoy,
bro.
enjoy your win, bro. Be happy, bro. Let's talk about it.
But I was happy about it. I mean, we were 3 for 3 in the red zone.
Mhm.
So I mean, there's not much else I can say about that besides like great job in the red zone. We didn't have that many first downs this game compared to New Orleans, like 25 to 15. Um, the pick that
Bro,
the third string corner took
But that
away from Xavier
I feel
Leggett,
so bad for Bryce Young because it's gonna make his stats look bad. But it wasn't his fault at all. It was a perfect pass.
literally a
Hmm.
breadbasket pass. Like it was
But
insane.
shout out that
But
DB, bro. I made that exact same play, bro, in high school, bro. Except except I'm much less talented than those guys are.
but we ended up taking the lead late, like with a minute left in the
Hmm.
game. And I feel bad because of Olave. And like in all seriousness, like y'all know I'm an
Yeah.
Ohio State fan. So like seeing him go down, seeing him like take all these hits, it's not fun and it's not good to see. Even though my team won, it wasn't good to see at
Hmm.
all.
I feel you.
And yeah. And we saw everyone on Twitter kind of cooking Derek Carr for it too.
Hmm.
Like even what's it
Michael
called?
Thomas.
Michael
Yeah.
Thomas. Dude ain't even been in the league since like 2018, bro.
Like it was crazy, bro.
But
Like this is the first game in his career, Bryce Young as a Panther, bro has gotten into victory formation. Because even in his one win last year, or like no, he got two wins last year, right? Yeah, I don't remember what happened. I don't even remember
yeah,
the second one. I remember the first one because it was the Bryce Young versus C.J. Stroud one. And they won. It was either, I think it was a Texans missed field goal last year, so he didn't get a chance to go into victory formation. So the first time he gets it in victory formation, it had to be a great feeling. He even said so after the game. Not even a Panthers fan, but watching Bryce Young be so happy to get a win, give build up that confidence back up. It's a good sight to see. And then you have Dave Canales saying he's not gonna lock in a starter yet for this game, which is like you
come on,
gotta
bro.
roll with Bryce. You
Just
you gotta roll with
just say
Bryce.
Bryce is starting,
I'm
bro.
saying, bro.
And like they can say whatever they want, but like it's Bryce's second year. You gotta give him the time that like he needs on the field.
Hmm.
He already played all last year, and now you're just gonna. I mean, I was fine with like taking him out for Andy Dalton
Hmm.
because he ended up winning a game. But Andy Dalton just got like we said this on the pod. We were like, Andy Dalton's not gonna play like this every game.
Hmm.
We're gonna see some bad games from Andy Dalton
Yep.
because it happened whenever he was on the Cowboys. It happened other years too.
On
So
the
it's like
Bears.
there's no. That's what I'm saying on the Bears too. Like there's no reason to like think this is gonna happen every game. Like just start Bryce again. Like
Hmm.
he already. We saw clips of Bryce being happy. Like Andy Dalton coming off the field. Like he's learning from him.
Hmm.
The fact that Andy Dalton is starting games, he can be like, okay, well, let me learn from this guy who's been in the league for a minute and took it to heart and came back, won his first game back starting, bro. So I can't be mad.
Hey, I like it, bro. I love to see it. And y'all should get another. Not I won't say easy win because you have that guy Malik Neighbors over there on the Giants offense, but
I will be up at eight
I
thirty
think
in the
y'all are gonna
morning
win
to
this
watch
game.
that game.
Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if y'all win. But Germany, I'm sorry. This is the worst thing to happen in Germany since 1945. You know.
That's real, bro. This is the worst thing. But yes, bro. Even though last time we played the Giants, bro, it was so bad,
Hmm.
bro. It was so bad. I don't even know if Saquon played that game, but we had Daniel Jones rushing on us, bro. Like it was so bad. This is like my freshman year of college. On my laptop, sitting in the common area, just watching my team just get not even messed up, but like you know those games that like have close
Yeah.
scores, but you're watching the game, but it's not
Mhm.
close. You know,
Mhm.
it's just like, bro, I just want to like die watching this.
Real, bro. But like honestly, I think y'all should be good because I really think the only person you really got to look out for is Malik Neighbors. Their running back is pretty good. That rookie, he's been pretty good the last couple weeks. I know he was out last week, I think, with a concussion, but he's been solid for that team. And I'm pretty sure he's second. Yeah, I know for a fact he's second in the league right now in rookie rushing yards. So he's a dog. But I honestly think your front seven would be pretty decent against that run game. If you lock in, if you have J.C. Horn playing, if he's healthy, playing guarding Malik Neighbors, I think y'all should be straight because then Daniel Jones has to rely on other people, and you have to worry about Daniel Jones, and you never have to worry about Daniel Jones, and you never have to worry about him.
I'm about to start Wandale
So,
Robinson this week, bro. No cap. No cap,
bro,
bro.
what's it called?
But
Should be a good game.
what's it called? We haven't even talked about this yet. Or you want to talk about Philly for a second before I get into this?
Okay, yeah, for sure. I had a couple of things to talk about too. Before Philly, let me talk about the Cardinals real quick. They take sole possession of first place in the NFC West. Kyler played an okay game, but that run game went crazy. They had 213 yards rushing against the Bears. Caleb Williams was sacked 6 times by one of the worst D line front four in the league. Like that O line is horrible in Chicago. But Caleb Williams didn't do them any favors. He didn't play that great either. But Cardinals take sole possession. I think it's been for a while, but the Niners are last place. People are saying Niners are still going to win the division and make the playoffs. I don't see it happening. I don't know where all this optimism is coming for the Niners. I think they're cooked. I think they're going to lose this week, honestly, and I'll talk about that later. But no, Cardinals take sole position of first place in the NFC West. Honestly, I think they have the best chance of winning that division. I don't know. What do you think about that?
Out of that division, bro, I'm not gonna lie. I think it's really just a toss up, to be honest.
Hmm.
I feel like anything could really happen in this. I mean, everybody's won 4 or 5 games,
Hmm.
so you can really say what you want. Seattle should have more wins than they have. They should not have lost to the Giants. Like they're last in their division, bro. They should not have lost to the Giants. They should not have lost to the
I thought
Rams.
the
Only team like they
I thought the Niners were last.
nah.
Mm.
What's it called? The Niners beat the Seahawks.
I don't remember that.
But yeah, it was like week 4, bro.
Okay, that's probably why.
But I think this division is just a toss up. I think the Cardinals go ahead and win this for reasons I was gonna say later too. But I think that unless the Rams really make a run for it, I don't think that the Niners or the Seahawks can kind of like push through. And it's already because the Seahawks already have 5 L's,
Hmm.
and like 2 or 3 of them are games that they shouldn't have lost. So there's no reason why I should like
Hmm.
trust them to even to even like win games that they should win or try to be an underdog against the team. However, JSN 7 receptions,
Hmm.
180 yards, 2 touchdowns last week, 37 points on my fantasy. I was going crazy.
I agree, bro. Like, what's it
I
called?
was
The I think the race will be between the Cardinals and the Rams, because the Niners are just like hurt all around, and you see those weaknesses in Brock Purdy, and the Seahawks are just losing those close games they shouldn't be losing. So, but let's go ahead and move to Philly. Philly, we almost lost on some dumb. Excuse my language, on some dumb shit. All right, like it was some bullshit. Okay, like Nick Sirianni, you were selling. You left like 9 points on the table, bro. That's three 2 point conversions where we could have got an extra point. So that's like at least 3 points right there. Two field goals. You ain't kick those field goals. So that's another 6 points. That's at least 9 points. Because we should have never let them come back, and it never really was in game. We got cheated on the 2 point conversion. We definitely crossed the plane on the first one. We crossed the plane on that one. Then that Saquon Barkley fumble touchdown, we got robbed right there. Did you see that play,
yeah.
bro? We got robbed. He got. He was down by contact because he got his ankle pulled and that's what caused him to slip. He fell, hit the ground. They still called a fumble off that. I'm still extremely upset about that because that's 8 point 6 points the other way for no reason. You know what I'm saying? Like all the rules officials were like, "What just happened?" Because they missed that call bad. Like that's because that's 3 points, bro. Like I'm still frustrated about that play. But aside from that, we saw some crazy things that game. We saw Saquon with the craziest play of the year in the last few years with a reverse hurdle. Bro broke one tackle. Bro hit a spin move right after. Then bro said, "You know what? Ass." Boom. Reverse hurdle. I've never seen something like that in my life, bro. It was crazy, Jay. Crazy. Absolutely insane. I texted the chat, posted on my story, and I posted on Twitter the same thing and everywhere. Saquon Barkley is a freaking maniac, bro. An absolute monster, bro. What just happened? But Devontae Smith,
I remember whenever he tried to do it back in New
mm-hmm.
York, it just did not
Bro,
work
it's 'cause
out. But it was because like he tried like spinning. He tried like spinning instead of just jumping.
nah, it's because you're on the Giants. That's why. But Devontae Smith, he get the one-handed insane catch in the back of the end zone to pretty much the go-ahead touchdown. Pretty much the dagger. Even though they could have made a comeback, you know what I'm saying? I wasn't trusting it. I don't trust Trevor Lawrence like that. You know this. But you also see the Jahan Dotson play. He doubled his receiving yards on that one catch, and it was a crazy catch, bro. Insane focus. Like my favorite part of it was the celebration. That celebration was just so smooth, bro. Got up with the in between the legs, boom. Like that was so clean, bro. I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah.
But Saquon Barkley, insane game. 27 carries, 159 yards, a touchdown on the ground, three receptions for 40 yards, and another touchdown in the air. Like he actually just took over that game, bro. It was a Saquon day. And then Hurts, people aren't gonna talk about Hurts, but Hurts had a great game, another great game. Two passing touchdowns. He was 18 to 24, 230 yards, 67 on the ground, so that's about 300 yards total on the game. Like, bro had two passing touchdowns and a rushing touchdown. Bro also had the rushing touchdown. So he had three total touchdowns because he had the rushing touchdown running to the right, scrambling that like 15-yard run. Jalen Hurts played great. Jalen Hurts. People were hating on Jalen Hurts at the beginning of the season. It was like a turnover issue, right? They were like, hey, he's turned the ball over too much. Cleaned up them turnovers. You know what? After that, it was like, oh, he's not passing the ball enough. He's like doesn't have all these passing yards. He's passed for over 250 yards the last couple games. Said AJ Brown merchant, bro. He's nothing without AJ Brown. With AJ Brown there, that's the reason why he's doing so good. AJ Brown gets hurt, he still goes crazy this game. Like y'all running out of excuses. Put some respect on my boy's name. I keep telling y'all, Jalen Hurts is that guy. I'm tired of the disrespect. All right, and I want to bring this up real quick
Yeah.
because I don't know what you're gonna bring up next. I'm gonna say this. Miami Heat fucking suck, and I'm sick of it. I'm so bad. I'm so angry. I'm
Yes,
so
I
angry.
love it.
We just lost to the Kings. Not even the Kings are a bad team, but we were up by 20 points at half. And in every game, the third quarter is the worst quarter of basketball I've ever seen. And we let up a 37 to 7 run or 37 to 17 run. And then we ended up losing on a Dante Sabonis game winner on a cuz they got an offensive rebound. A Dante Sabonis game winner. I hate Dante Sabonis.
Domantas
I
Sabonis.
hate Dante Sabonis. Like, oh, I'm so angry, bro. I'm so angry. We're so bad, and I just wanted to make one move. Like, and now I'm seeing the reports that Giannis wants to come to the Miami Heat. Like, I would love Giannis to come to the Heat, but he wouldn't mesh with our team at all. And I don't even think we're gonna go try to get him because Pat Riley doesn't want to go get superstars for some reason. Like,
All I gotta say is Domantas Sabonis is him, bro.
man, I got so
That's all
mad. I
I
started
gotta
calling him
say.
the wrong name. I started calling him Dante Sabonis, bro. Demonte Sabonis, bro. Hate you.
Yeah, bro. It's insane, bro. However, the Celtics only lost one
God, I
game
hate
by
it so much.
3, and it was in
I hate
OT.
it so much.
So I ain't even
I
tripping.
hate the Celtics.
But what's it go? Even the Clippers made like a crazy comeback. I think it was like yesterday.
Against the
They were
Spurs.
down by like 20 to the Spurs.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they're by like 20 to the Spurs. KD ruined PG's debut. I think KD had like 36. I was like, sheesh. I mean the Nuggets don't look as good, but like whenever they're in mid-season form, they'll be
Hmm.
okay. And then Trailblazers beat the Pelicans by 18 points. I was actually kind of surprised. I was so mad the Pacers beat the Mavericks, but I wasn't like surprised just because they beat the Celtics. However, I do want to talk about this guy for a second. LaMelo Ball. He has been on a
For
tear
real.
since the season started, and they've lost games. Like he's been on the tear, but they are losing games. This team is 2-5 right now, and it is just like it's so bad, bro. And it makes me so mad because like the team is young, besides like a select guys,
Hmm.
but like Lamelo's like what in year
Ye-
4, year 3, year 4. Like you got to take over, and I know you got Miles Bridges, you got Brandon Miller. Brandon Miller got to lock in too. I know he's a second year, but like this team, they got to lock in
Hey, at least the Lakers are looking
and
good.
take.
Lakers are looking a lot better. Like, bro, and people were saying it wasn't a Darvin Ham issue. Look, Doc Rivers and Darvin Ham, that duo was diabolical, and the fact that they're coaching together in Milwaukee is like a war crime, bro. They're 1-6, and that's just the worst duo I've ever heard of. I don't know why this even happened, bro. Like, this is crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna. The Lakers do look good, but the fact that they lost to the Pistons
Oh
was
yeah.
concerning. But AD had 37. There were like four guys in double digits in points, but like the Pistons also had like Ron Holland get like and if anyone's watching kept up with like high school basketball or like Kentucky basketball, you know who Ron Holland is. But but yeah, bro, like this team, I was just like, there's no way they beat the Lakers,
Hmm.
and that they did.
Hey, it is what it is,
But
bro. But I really think the Lakers are a way better team than they were last year. Even though like they're 3-3 right now. Like I just think that
yeah,
this team is just so much better than it was last year, and it's pretty much the chemistry in the locker room which has improved so much. And I think that I think these guys are definitely gonna make a playoff, get in the playoffs for sure, like 100%. I don't doubt that at all. I honestly think they can make a run to the Western Conference Finals this season. Because the only team I think really
I
could
mean,
give them trouble is the Wolves, which they've already beaten this year. Um, that's really the Wolves and like the Mavericks.
I don't know, bro. Thunder look
Oh
good
yeah, the
this
Thunder. I
year,
forgot about the
and,
Thunder, bro. The Thunder are my favorite team to win the finals this year, honestly. So I can't believe I forgot about the Thunder, bro. I'm tripping.
yeah, the Thunder look good. I mean, the Suns are 6-1, but like once playoff time come, everyone gonna be
Mm.
injured. The Warriors are back at 6-1. If the Warriors are back, y'all, it is scary for everybody.
Hmm.
I'm not gonna lie. Um, but other than that, everyone's lost around like 3 games so far.
Hmm.
But like those three teams had a hot start to the season. Cavaliers at 8-0
Hmm.
right now. Celtics at 7-1, and then you have Miami at third seed at 3-3.
Really?
So yeah, like literally, the East is kind of like East has been trash.
I'm so
Like
surprised because we're
the start of
so
the season,
bad.
yeah, yeah. Like y'all are the only 3-3 team actually, because everyone else is 3-4,
Hmm.
or like everyone else is 3-4, like three and
Like
five.
the crazy thing
So
is, we're not even that bad. It's just that we do a lot of bad stuff in the third quarter, and then our rotations don't make any sense. Like Khalil Ware is probably one of the best. Not I won't say one of the best, but when he's one of the better rookies in this draft class, right? And we saw it in the preseason. He was getting averaging like 20 some in the summer league when we went and won the summer league championship. And like we're having Thomas Bryant get minutes over him. I'm like
yeah, that's
I like Thomas
crazy.
Bryant. Don't get me wrong, bro was not good. Like, but Khalil Ware in the game. Like Spo, you got to make that adjustment, bro.
Yeah, I can lie to you. He's too big not to be
I'm
used. You
saying,
know,
bro, like
Pause.
there's a use for him. He's a 7 footer that can shoot the ball, and he's aggressive on the boards. Like, what more do you want?
More
What's
from Kobe
more?
Bryant. I don't know. Kobe Bryant said it, bro, not
Mhm.
me. But switching back to NFL, Jane, I want to ask you this because today was the NFL trade deadline. So we saw some big names get moved, and I'm gonna just say every name that was moved, no matter if it was today or like a couple weeks
Okay,
ago.
for sure.
So you have Marshawn Lattimore going to the Commanders, Devontae Adams to the Jets, DeAndre Hopkins, Kansas City, Amari Cooper to Buffalo, Deontay Johnson to Baltimore, Mike Williams to Pittsburgh, Preston Smith to Pittsburgh, Zadarius Smith to Detroit, Khalil Davis to San Francisco, Jonathan Mingo to Dallas, Josh Uche to Kansas City, Cam Robinson to Minnesota, Tre'Davious White to Baltimore, Baron Browning to Arizona, Cam Akers to Minnesota, Khalil Herbert to Cincinnati, Ernest Jones to Seattle, Roy Robertson Harris to Seattle, and Jerome Baker to Tennessee. So out of these guys, who do you, well, I won't say
You
who's
said
made the biggest
Tre'Davious White
impact
to
so
the
far.
Ravens too. Okay,
Yes.
I missed that one. But okay, go ahead. Ask your question.
So who do you think is going to make the biggest impact on their team?
That's a good question. Hmm. I want to say Marshawn Lattimore to the Commanders because I just think that's the biggest name that was moved. But honestly, Loki, I think Zadarius Smith to the Lions just because they needed that pass rusher guy, especially since Aiden Hutchinson went down. And Zadarius Smith isn't a bum by any means. So I think, and he's no very familiar with the NFC North, playing for the Packers and the Vikings. But I think that Zadarius Smith and the Lions will really boost this team, who's honestly the best team in the NFC, possibly the best team in the league right now. And like I just think that's a big contributor to how this defense is gonna work going forward. So I'm gonna say that or Marshawn Lattimore to the Commanders. I think those are neck and neck. Marshawn Lattimore specifically because Marshawn Lattimore is one of the best corners in the league. In the league, he's just plagued with injuries. But when he's healthy, he's one of the best in the league. And I'm really not looking forward to playing him twice this year because we still haven't played the Commanders yet. Um, you know, pro- also Mingo to the Cowboys. Not an impact to the team significantly, but it's just stupid. A fourth round pick for Jonathan Mingo.
All I gotta say is that we
Y'all
fleeced
did
them.
fleece
That's
him.
all I gotta say.
That's like DeAndre Hopkins went to the Chiefs for a fifth round pick.
Conditional.
Like
Conditional too.
like like what are y'all doing? Like don't get me wrong. I love to see y'all do stupid things like that. Don't get me wrong. I love when the Cowboys do dumb things like that. But my friend texted me. He was like, bro, what are we doing, bro? It's like, hey, but what's it called? Gave up more for Jahan Dotson. Jahan Dotson has proven something in his career. Jonathan Mingo ain't do nothing yet at all. Jonathan Mingo at least had a good year under his belt.
But besides get like 500 yards in 24 games,
Mm-hmm.
bro. Like, come on.
Demon, bro.
But I think that I actually agree with you. I was gonna say Zadarius Smith or DeAndre Hopkins
Mm-hmm.
because honestly, if we would recorded this yesterday before the game, I would have said DeAndre Hopkins too because it's one of those things like you get paired with a good quarterback as a elite receiver. You get called washed because you like keep going through mid receivers. DeAndre Hopkins has had like almost almost like 13
No,
quarterbacks
I
his
saw
whole
it. It said
career.
14. I saw the stat yesterday on TV. It said 14.
Really?
Yeah.
And I just thought of that off the dome, just of who like I thought he played with.
Mm-hmm.
Like he's played with 14 different quarterbacks, and this is the best one he's gonna play with. And like I feel like it's gonna be like a Randy Moss, Tom Brady situation.
Mm-hmm.
Like you saw Randy Moss in Oakland,
Mm-hmm.
and then go to New England and literally get like 18 touchdowns and like 3,000 yards like his career there. But it's like crazy to think about, bro. And I think DeAndre Hopkins is just gonna have the best opportunity for this team because obviously Rasheed Rice, Hollywood isn't there,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm thinking it's gonna be Diop. I can't lie to you,
Yeah,
but
I respect it though.
I wish like
That's like
I
number
wish it
three.
was like I wish it was like last year's trade
Mm-hmm.
deadline
Yeah, last year a lot more big
because last
names were
year's trade
moved. Like I'm
it was
surprised the
so
Eagles ain't make a
crazy.
move, but I'm not upset with it at all, because we've seen the last couple years like with the trade for um who was it last year was Kevin Byard, the year before that was Robert Quinn. Them trade them trade deadline moves just haven't been it for Philadelphia. So I'm glad we ain't give nothing up really for something that would have been bad. But one that I want to talk about, like I think is a very under the radar. First off, Tre'Davious White to the Ravens. I think that might be decent because pairing him up with Marlon Humphreys might be a really good pairing. Even though Tre'Davious White do be getting hurt a lot, that's still one of he's still a really good cornerback. But Mike Williams to the Steelers, I think that's a low key underrated move. That Lotto and Law was talking trash about it earlier, but Mike Williams in LA was a dog, bro. He was just getting hurt all the time, but he was a dog. Especially in the jump ball situations, he would get up there and go grab that ball out the air. Like I love to see it. I love like he was honestly my favorite receiver on that LA Chargers team. I liked him more than Keenan Allen. I just liked what he brought to the table. And I don't think that the Jets were using him at all, using him in the right way at all, because they were giving him those opportunities. Alan Lazard was really the second option for Aaron Rodgers. Gary Wilson was number one. And then you get like the tight ends getting in there, and then like the only other I saw him get two targets like out of all the Jets game I watched. One of them I think he dropped. The other one they said he ran the wrong route. It was really I just think it was an Aaron Rodgers missed throw. I don't care what they say. I think that was just a bad Aaron Rodgers ball on the interception. It was like a couple weeks ago. But I think Mike Williams to the Steelers is gonna increase production a little bit from that wide receiving core in Pittsburgh. I don't think he's gonna be the number one guy. I think it's still gonna be George Pickens. But you also got Pat Fryermuth there at tight end. You have I think Jalen Warren's coming back soon if he hasn't came back already. And then Mike Williams as that third, second receiving option to get them deep balls, them moon balls from Russell Wilson. I think that's a perfect match. I'm not gonna lie. I think that's a great match.
I don't know, bro.
You don't trust it, bro?
I don't trust it. I think the best ability is
Mm-hmm.
availability. And he wasn't used much in the Jets offense, of course, but he was just always injured in LA. And I get
Yeah.
like the highs are really high, but
Mm-hmm.
if the lows just isn't playing,
Mm-hmm.
then like I'd rather not have it, you know? And if the
Perfect.
lows kind of out like and that low outweighs the highs. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not gonna lie. So like Mike Williams has those games, and I think he was really good with Keenan Allen because
Mm-hmm.
like the Chargers were just a big team, bro. Like that was a big
Yeah.
offense that they had, and whenever you have guys like Keenan Allen on your offense, it makes space for Mike Williams, and obviously they're gonna have it with Pittsburgh too because you have Pickens,
Mm-hmm.
you have Calvin Austin, you have a somewhat good running game this year. Finally, things are figuring out, but also like what if he gets injured again?
Yeah.
You know, I just didn't think it was worth like going out to get him whenever you could have got somebody else. And like obviously it can fit like a Russell Wilson scheme, but like there was probably some other dude that's a free agent right now that can do the same thing, or what's it called? They could have got traded.
Yeah, I feel you. I don't know. I like the three.
So I mean,
I'm never gonna hate on Mike Williams. I'm
hell,
I'm
what?
I'm, bi- I'm I'll say I'm biased towards Mike Williams because I see the upside a lot more than the downside. But I get exactly where you're coming
Yeah,
from.
and I get like Seattle didn't want to trade him, but like Seattle got a lot of calls about DK.
Hmm.
Like if I was Seattle, I would have been fiending for DK, bro.
Hmm.
You feel me?
For sure.
But um, as everyone knows, we are in the mid season of the NFL, and we've seen everyone kind of see how they're gonna play and see how their careers are either gonna go up or go down, or mainly see who's gonna like be in the race for awards this year.
Hmm.
So today we're doing mid season awards, and I want to do it this way. We can talk about. We're gonna start off with MVP. We're gonna go how it was put out, and we'll just tell each other who we think is gonna be, and then we'll talk about it. You hear
Am
me?
I going first?
Yeah, you
Okay.
can.
For the MVP,
Yep,
I feel like we're gonna have the same MVP. I feel like that's pretty. I feel like that's pretty clear for everybody. If you disagree, you're just
that's fine.
stupid, you know. So Jalen, I hope you're not stupid. You feel me? Because I think it's I think he's gonna get this.
I hope you're
I think
not
he's gonna get
Steven.
his third MVP. I think it's Lamar Jackson. Third in passing yards this season with 2,379. Second in passing touchdowns with 20, and he's tied for second. The only one ahead of him is Baker Mayfield at 23, and he only has 2 interceptions on the year. Like him playing more under. Also, he has the highest passer rating in the league at 120.7. So like just Lamar Jackson in this new offense with Derrick Henry, being able to play more under center so he can get opened up that play action like boots or those more play action plays where things are going to be more open downfield because the threat of Derrick Henry running is so much higher than it was before with J.K. Dobbins and Gus Edwards. I think that just makes this team so versatile, and Lamar Jackson's really the captain of it all. And Lamar Jackson's having a career year right now. Like he's gonna pass for over 4,000 yards easily. He might have 40 plus touchdowns this year passing. And I'd even mention all his rushing stats. I didn't even look up his rushing stats because he's rushed a lot this year, but he hasn't rushed as much as he has in the past because he's just using his arm to pick apart defenses. I think Lamar Jackson wins his third MVP right now. Shout out Jalen Hurts though. I'm not. He's not in the front. He's not leading anything. No, no, he's not leading anywhere. But the fact that Patrick Mahomes is like second in odds and Jalen Hurts is playing better than him this year, I just want to say Jalen Hurts deserves some praise. 1774 yards,
I
only four
I think
interceptions.
I think Josh Allen has better
He
odds than
just
him.
passed him because I don't remember last week it was
I think so.
Patrick Mahomes. He's still third. Then I think Jalen Hurts should be like up there. I'm not saying he should be third. Like I think Jared Goff still has a better chance than Jalen Hurts. I think Jalen Hurts should be like four though. 4 or 5. 1774
I don't know.
passing
I
yards.
would put I would put, I put Daniels over Hurts. I'm not gonna lie.
Daniels,
As of right now, I'd put
I
Jay
respect it.
Daniels
I
over
respect it.
Hurts.
But 1774 yards, 4 interceptions. Like I said earlier, he's only has 6 turnovers on the year. 4 interceptions, 2 fumbles, 10 touchdowns passing, 8 touchdowns rushing, 322 rushing yards. I think Jalen Hurts is having his best season in since 2022. Honestly, he might be able to surpass it, depending on how he plays down the stretch. But I just want to say, Jalen Hurts is playing a great game, having a great season. I don't think he's gonna win MVP, obviously, unless like he has an incredible last 8 games of the year. But yeah, my winner right now is Lamar Jackson for the MVP award.
Yeah, and I agree with you. I mean, you already set out all the stats, so
Mm-hmm.
I'm not gonna say it again. But he's only been better every game. He's about to get Deontay Johnson, as he's been a wide receiver
Mm-hmm.
one for the Panthers this whole year, and I don't see him declining at all. I'm sorry,
Mm-hmm.
but we saw them go into the game. Both of these teams were what five? Were the Ravens what 5-3 at the time, or did the Broncos and the Ravens have the same record?
I think I
I
think
swear
the
they
I think
did.
the Ravens were up 1 game over the Broncos. I think the Broncos were like 4-5 or 4-4 or something like that.
Okay, so the Ravens were sitting at 5-3, and the Broncos were also sitting at
Oh,
five
okay.
and three.
I'm tripping.
And I was looking at it, and then I'm watching the game, and I knew like the Ravens were gonna win. I didn't think they would win that convincingly, and that's because like during the week, Lamar Jackson didn't practice Wednesday or
Mm-hmm.
Thursday, but like he wasn't injured or anything. He just said, "Yeah, I needed my body to rest."
Mm-hmm.
And like Broncos fans were livid, bro. It was insane. They were like, "Yeah, we're about to lace him up on Sunday." They did not lace him up on Sunday. If anything, the exact opposite
No cap.
happened.
I saw
Cause
Pastor Tan edit
holy,
to that what's it called, to that thing.
yes, I saw that too. He was like, "You think it's funny, Lamar? We're the best defense in the league." Like, bro, that was like crazy timing
That
too,
bro
bro.
got
It was
they got
actually
40
so
dropped on
funny.
him, bro.
40 balled, bro. But honestly, if someone told me Josh Allen, I
Yeah,
wouldn't be mad. Like, so I can't say much about Josh Allen. I just think Lamar
clears.
has better opportunity
Yeah.
and better stats. Yeah, and it's finally getting to those points where we're finally, like 2 years ago where everyone was like, okay, who's the best? Lamar, Burrow, or Allen?
Mhm.
And like everyone would have different answers, and everyone has different reasons
Mhm.
why. But now we're starting to see Lamar has another MVP, and he's on his way to his third. We need Lamar to like go to a Super Bowl because like we can't have him be like a Dan
Bro, it's
Marino
about
type
to
of
be it's
guy.
about to
Dan
be a
Marino,
Jalen
who
Hurts
without going
Lamar
to the
Super
Super Bowl.
Bowl in New Orleans, bro. Black people gonna love it. With Kendrick at halftime. This is for
Oh
this
my
is for us,
god,
bro.
bro!
And it's gonna end with a
Here we
Jalen
go.
Hurts getting a Super Bowl MVP.
Ooh, right. I don't know about that one, bro. But I my offensive player of the year. I feel like we should also have the same guy for this
We
one.
don't. I already
Clears
know. We don't.
everything. We
We don't.
don't.
I know you're gonna say we don't. I wanted to be.
There's
I wanted to
no.
be different.
There's no way. You want to be different so bad. If it's not Derrick Henry, you're
I
crazy.
wanted to be different.
You're gonna say Saquon
I'm gonna
Barkley.
say Saquon Barkley.
You're gonna say Saquon Barkley. Oh
Ooh, snap. I wanted to be
no.
different, bro.
Derrick Henry clears, bro.
Bro, look. Okay, my only reasoning is Saquon's played one less game than Derrick Henry. He's already and he's still second in rushing in the league, right behind Derrick Henry by like I think it's like 150 yards, which I think is possible to catch up. He has 6 rushing touchdowns, 2 in the air, 156 receiving yards on 20 receptions, averaging 5.9 yards a carry. I think that what's it called? I just didn't want to put two Ravens on my list. You feel me? I just wanted to, kind of just like see who else. And I think really, I think that's I think it's a fair competition between Saquon and Derrick Henry for Offensive Player of the Year. I think it's fair. I think down the stretch it will be even closer. But if Derrick Henry gets 2,000 yards, of course, everything I just said just throw it out the window for sure. But right now, I think that right now is pretty comparable.
I guess I'm not mad,
Mm-hmm.
but like he just clears, bro.
I don't know, bro.
You're just like hoping.
I'm not hoping. I
This is
think it's a fair. I think it's a fair competition between those two. If I had said something like AJ Brown or something crazy like that, like I would have understood. I feel like there's no other guy that I would have chosen except for Saquon Barkley or Derrick Henry. So I think it's really up in the air between the two. I knew you were gonna. I already knew you were gonna say Derrick Henry. So I was like, let me go ahead and make my case for Saquon.
absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And for my defensive player of the year, I feel like it's really been the only guy who does it every year. Mine's gonna be T.J. Watt, and I can't lie. Like I always hate saying it, but he always goes crazy,
Mm-hmm.
and he like never won it whenever Aaron Donald was in the league either.
Mm-hmm.
So
I'm gonna be different again. I'm saying Dexter Lawrence. Second in the league in sacks, 34 tackles, total tackles, 7 tackles for losses. Dexter Lawrence is on the tear this year. I love me some sexy Dexy. I wish he was in some midnight green. So I'm gonna say Dexter Lawrence. I think you know T.J. Watt does have a really good chance, like he does every year. But I think they're gonna look at those stats numbers. I think he's only down a couple sacks behind because he was leading before this week, and then this week, old dude from the Bengals took over the leader for sacks. What's his name? Was like isn't it Trey Hendrickson or something like that? I don't know.
yeah,
Yeah. But I think Dexter Lawrence is gonna win the award just because uh voter fatigue pretty much. You know what I'm saying? People are gonna be like, they're not gonna want to vote for TJ Watt again, especially when there's a new guy like Dexter Lawrence on that board, and people like Dexter Lawrence. A lot of people love Dexter Lawrence, like including me. So I think they're gonna switch it up a little bit, and the voters are gonna vote for Dexter Lawrence this year.
that would be fair. I would like for him to win it. Only if Derek Brown was not injured, bro. Makes me sad, but as of I mean, the next one, offensive rookie of the year. I want to hear your take on this. Actually, we'll probably have different ones for defensive rookie of the year, but I want to hear your offensive rookie of
I
the
feel
year.
like I feel like we both have Jaden Daniels, do we not?
Yeah,
Okay. I was
we
like,
do.
do you not think it's Jaden Daniels?
I,
That was
I no, I thought we would have had something different for
Okay,
defensive.
yeah. Jane Daniels is my offensive rookie of the year. Leads rookies in passing yards, tied with Caleb Williams for most passing touchdowns out of all rookies. He only has 2 interceptions on the year, which is crazy efficient. We saw the stat. He was the most efficient quarterback, rookie quarterback of all time in the first 4 games of the season. He also leads the rookies in rushing yards, and he has 4 rushing touchdowns, which is tied for first out of all the rookies. He's having an incredible rookie season. I just think he's playing, bro. He's like CJ Stroud last year, just breaking all kinds of records and everything like that. So I think it was a pretty no-brainer. Only other guy I would say would be in the running is Malik Neighbors, but like even at that point, it's not close. It's not very close at all. I
Yeah,
even said Jaden Daniels is in MVP conversations right now. That's how well he's been playing this season.
yeah. I feel like the only guy you could even think about putting next to Daniels is Caleb Williams,
Really?
and he's not even considered. I mean, like I feel like the best offensive rookies this year have been Daniels, Williams, and Marvin Harrison.
Neighbors has played way better than Marvin Harrison.
I mean, he just has Daniel Jones,
Exactly.
bro. So like, I don't care.
But what's it called?
but
He's every time he gets a target, he's bringing that thing in. He's sucking the balls in. No balls. Balls. Balls.
what, bro?
Balls. Don't worry about it. Don't
But
think about it.
my defensive rookie of the year prediction, I really think it's his award to lose. I think he's had it since like week
Mm-hmm.
5, and that's Jared Verse.
Mm.
And I wasn't too high on him coming into the league because I thought Braden Fisk was also like him. I thought Braden Fisk was gonna go crazy just because they both came from Florida State.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Jared Verse has really like settled down in LA. And I think LA has themselves another elite pass rusher in Jared Verse.
Hey, I respect it. It was honestly my choice was between him and Quinion Mitchell, and I said Quinion Mitchell because, of course, Philadelphia Eagle. But he's having a great season. You know what I'm saying? He's having one of the like Pat Surtain had a great season his rookie year. Sauce Gardner had a great season his rookie year, and Quinion Mitchell's having a rookie year like pretty close to those guys. And Sauce Gardner won defensive rookie of the year that season. I don't remember did Pat Surtain win defensive rookie of the year his rookie year?
I don't think
Yeah, I
so.
don't think so either. But
But actually, let me
he
see.
had a great year too. You know what I'm saying? And Quinyon Mitchell's having a great season. Last 4 games, he's been targeted 15 times, led up 8 catches for 73 yards, 0 touchdowns. On the year, he's been targeted 35 yards, 35 times, only led up 20 receptions, and he's led up 0 touchdowns. Like bro was locked down. They're calling it Guantanamo Bay over there. They have Revis Island. They're calling Quinyon Mitchell Guantanamo Bay, which I love. And it's just refreshing to see such a great young corner at in Philadelphia. So I think Quinyon Mitchell, I think he has a really good case of winning that award.
I do too. Also, Micah Parsons won the year that
Okay,
Pastor
that
Tan
makes
was there,
sense.
so
Okay,
that makes a
yeah.
lot of sense. But our next award is Coach of the Year, and I think it's easy. I usually do it with teams who like aren't undefeated. I do it with teams that like have came back from something basically,
Mhm.
and I think it's Dan Quinn.
Mhm.
I think the Commanders being 7-2 is something that we would have never thought of in the summer.
Mhm. For
You feel
sure.
me? They go out get Dan Quinn. They go out get Frankie Louvu, Jeremy Chin, draft Jaden Daniels. Go and get some offensive linemen. I think Dan Quinn has done an amazing job,
Mhm.
at least especially with the defense, especially with the defense. And it's just been crazy to see. Like this team has been so fun to watch. So
Real, bro. Like honestly, I had 3 different choices, bro. Like my first choice, I like wrote in my notes down and everything, and I changed it, and that was Kevin O'Connell, just because of how he has the Vikings right now. Like no one thought that a Sam Darnold led Vikings would do any good this year, and they were like 6-0 or five
yeah,
and zero for like everybody was shocked, and they dropped 2, but like they just won it like yesterday. And I thought that deserved some praise, but then I was like, yeah, but then he lost to this guy. That's Dan Quinn. I mean Dan Campbell. Dan Campbell's just what he does with the Lions every year. Bro's out there hold like taking no prisoners, and that's who I have right now for my choice for coach of the year, Dan Campbell. Just because the Vikings are a no nonsense team, bro. They're having fun, but they have one of the best rushing attacks in the league. Jared Goff is playing some of the best football in his career right now. And that defense, Data Hutchinson was on pace to win Defensive Player of the Year before he got hurt. And like that team was just incredible. And the only guy I had really competing with him after I took out Kevin O'Connell from the equation was Dan Quinn. Because like you said, what he has with the done with the Commanders after having the second overall pick in the draft, they're leading the division right now, the NFC East. Who everyone thought the
Yeah.
Eagles would, walk away with that division. I'm surprised that they're doing that good. What I'm saying? I can't lie. And I honestly think the Eagles still have a good chance of winning the division, but I'm really scared that we're not because the Commanders are that good and they just got better with the acquisition of Marshawn Lattimore. So it's like that team is just incredible. Dan Quinn is who the Cowboys should have promoted to head coach instead of keeping Mike McCarthy for another year. And you see what happened to that defense once he left. They went from top five and everything to being one of the worst defenses in the league. Like that's just the impact he
Yeah.
has. But I'm gonna say Dan
But
Campbell.
yeah,
I'm gonna say Dan Campbell, just to be different. This
I can agree with you there. I can't lie. But the next award we have is our comeback player of the year. And this could go honestly a bunch of different ways. And I had three guys in my mind whenever I thought of this. I thought of Kirk Cousins, Joe Burrow, and J.K. Dobbins.
Mhm.
And I feel like J.K. Dobbins just fell off like a little bit. I think so. It was really down to Kirk and Burrow. And honestly, I think it comes down to if whoever wins their division. And I think that's going to be Kirk Cousins. And off a torn Achilles last year, being able to win your division this year is huge for Kirk Cousins.
Mhm.
I think he'll win comeback player of the year easy.
I agree. I also have Kirk Cousins. I could have said Aaron Rodgers, but Aaron Rodgers is on the Jets and they're horrible. So I was like if they were even a decent team, it would have been Aaron Rodgers because of name brand. But Kirk Cousins has been playing great football. He has Atlanta Falcons team moving. Um, it would be Joe Burrow and the Bengals if the Bengals were actually good. But they're also bad this year. Well, they're not bad. They're just their defense is bad this year. That's it. But I agree.
Yeah.
Kirk Cousins played great all year, and I think he's gonna win that award.
Yeah. And now we have two awards that you don't see in the NFL, but one of them is the most improved player that we've seen. And I kind of want to throw a curveball right here. Actually, let me go ahead and see what
No,
you
I
have
want to see your
first.
curveball first, bro. I want to hear your curveball.
All right, but I'll let you hear my curveball. I think from last year to this year, this dude has made drastic improvement, and he's an offensive lineman,
Mm,
and I just know this because he's from Ohio State,
mm,
and I've kind of watched almost every game because I really like the team,
mm-hmm,
and I really like the quarterback, and I like this player. My most improved player is Paris Johnson Jr.,
mm,
the left tackle from the Arizona Cardinals. I think his first year he was solid, but this year he's top 10. And there's nothing anybody could say to me to ever like tell me that he's not. And the way that he plays, the way he's able to control the line of scrimmage, the way he's able to control defensive ends, and how like versatile he is in his position, I think that he's been the most improved player. And especially Kyler being able to stay in the pocket this
mm-hmm.
year, him being able to have time. And I love Paris Johnson and Marvin Harrison's celebration. I missed that in college. Oh my, I missed that in college. But I think it's Paris Johnson Jr. I don't think he's gonna win it just because he's an offensive lineman. Obviously, if they had it, but like if they did have it, it would need to go to Paris Johnson Jr.
Mm-hmm. Hey, what's called? That's a good choice. I didn't even think about him like that, bro. But who I'm saying is, I'm saying like the obvious. I'm saying Sam Darnold because he was on the Jets and the Panthers. He was on the two worst teams a young quarterback could have ever been on. And look at him now, bro. He had the Vikings, like I said earlier. They were undefeated for a while. They're what's it called? Like they dropped two games, but he's still playing great football. You saw him make great throws in tight coverages last or night. What's the last night? 2 nights ago on Sunday Night Football against the Colts. And I'm not saying that the Colts are bad. I mean they are bad, but it's like that defense. They were in great position to make plays, but Kirk Cousins was just, I'm not Kirk Cousins, Sam Darnold was just better in those situations. And if Sam Darnold keeps this up, he's going to be getting a contract at the end of the year from some team. He might be the next quarterback for the New Orleans Saints because they love giving quarterbacks those contracts for some reason.
No, for real. And then our last award, it's gonna become a J Tendencies annual award. And it's the damn he's
Oh,
ass
I didn't know you were actually
award.
doing that award. Say less.
We're doing the damn he's ass
All right,
award.
bet, bet, bet. All right, I'll let you go first so I can
And
think of who I'm gonna do.
I'm not gonna lie to you, JB.
Honestly, never
Mine's
mind.
not even a play. Mine's not even a player.
Really? Is it just the
Mine's
Carolina Panthers?
David Tepper. Mine is David Tepper. I hate you. All you do is ruin my team and throw water on Jacksonville fans, bro. He's ass, bro. It makes me so mad. It makes me so mad. Also, 2022 Keith Taylor, I hate you.
Bro,
Just a stray right there. Had to give him a stray.
what's it called? You know what? That's funny, bro. First off, let me shout out my honorable mention, the entire Carolina Panthers team. Like, you know how bad you got to
All
be
right, bro.
to make a whole other team crash out after losing to y'all. Yo, you made Cameron Jordan apologize to the whole city of New Orleans after losing to the Panthers. That's how bad you guys are. That's crazy work, bro. I've never seen something like that, bro. Out of like all my years of watching football, like that's actually crazy. But I was gonna say Deshaun Watson, but he's hurt now, so I feel like that's a little unfair. So I'm gonna say Will Levis. Will Levis. Like the thing is, he's been hurt, so we haven't seen any new memes yet. But he's had a meme for every game he started this season so far. Like that's trash, bro. You're garbage, bro.
He's terrible.
Terrible. Like there's nothing else. There's nothing else to say. But damn, he's ass.
He's ass, bro. I hate David Tepper. But that was it for our awards. We're gonna go ahead and get into our games of the week, and it's honestly a pretty good week this week in football. Last week was like hard to predict. Me and my boy were betting on games. We didn't like place any money on it because like last week was a tough week to predict.
Mhm.
We bet on and like we both gave 3 games each. We were like these are like locks but not locks. Every game hit, and we were like we should have put money on it, bro. But I knew if we would have put money on it, someone would have lost. Somebody would have lost because they would have known I put money on it. But I'm gonna go ahead and start off with mine. I have the Bengals and the Ravens. I think the Bengals absolutely need to win this game. They need to win 7 out of their next 9 if they want to make playoffs at least.
Mhm.
They need to start locking in now, and I think they're gonna. I think they're going to play well
Mhm.
this week. Then my second game is going to be the Steelers versus the Commanders. I feel like this is two opposite teams going against each other. Two opposite but solid teams going against
Mhm.
each other. And then my third game is the Lions versus the Texans. Two high prolific offenses going at it. I know the Texans only scored 13 last week, but I think these teams play well against each other. I think they match up well.
You know what's crazy? I had those exact same games, but I was ready for this. I have 2 extra games just in case. I have I have the 49ers and Buccaneers because 49ers coming off a bye, but the Buccaneers just dropped 2 games in a row. They should have beat the Chiefs. It was a close fought game. I think the Buccaneers can come out. They're gonna be looking for some vengeance. After losing 2 in a row. So I think they come out and they beat that 49ers team who's banged up with injuries. But that 49ers team is looking to make a run for that division, like we said earlier, which is pretty much up in the air. So they're not gonna be like laying down lightly. So that should be a pretty good game. Um,
Yeah.
last game I got is Eagles and Cowboys. I wish it would have been better. I wish Dak was playing, so I don't have to hear the same excuse we hear every time Dak wasn't playing. It doesn't count. Shut up, shut up. Your team is horrible. You guys are 3-5, okay? But
That can't even be like a mediocre QB.
it's a division game, so I had to put it. But I'm excited. I hope y'all start Trey Lance though. I want Trey Lance to start these next 4 weeks just to see, just so y'all can see what y'all have with Trey Lance, even though he's played bad in the preseason. But look, like, you guys are already in sell mode anyways, So might as well just
Yeah,
let him play.
yeah, absolutely. And going to that, we're going to go get into our last topic of the episode, and that is going to be our top five teams. I'm going to go ahead and leave the floor to you.
All right, man. Look, like my team, my list is pretty much the exact same as last time we did it. I have one team that switched, like two teams that switched positions, and I have one team that just went up. Um, the Vikings are no longer on my list, not because they're bad, but I just think that the Bills deserve that spot a little bit more. This is the way the Bills have been playing recently, and I'm gonna put the Bills at that 5 spot. Number 4, I have the Commanders. Number 3, I have the Baltimore Ravens. They were 2 the prior week, last time we did this, but even though they just won by 4, they just scored 40. I have to move the Lions up. The Lions are number 2. The Lions were 3 before. The Lions probably the best team in football right now. I can't lie, but I'm gonna go ahead. I'm gonna just go ahead put the Chiefs at number 1. They're still undefeated. They're 8-0, and they haven't even played their best game, best football yet. Patrick Mahomes just played his best game though, so that's a promising sign that he will clean up a lot of those issues that he had the first half of the season.
Yeah, I feel you, bro. I kind of have a somewhat similar list, but not at the same time.
Mm.
Number five, I have the Washington Commanders. I have finally put them on my list, guys. Don't cook me. But they're finally on my list. At number four, I have the Baltimore Ravens sitting at 6-3. I'm gonna go play a solid game next week. And at number three, I have the Buffalo Bills 7-2. This team has looked nothing but better every time, literally every time they play, and it's so crazy to see. Number two, I have the Chiefs again. I still don't think they're better than number one, but they should be top two. They always find a way to win. They're undefeated. Number one, the Detroit Lions found a way to win in Lambeau, and I mean, like, what team offensively looks better than this? Maybe besides the Baltimore
I'm
Ravens.
surprised the Bills are above the Ravens. Didn't the Ravens blow out the Bills? Or am I tripping? Was that not
It
this
is
year?
what it is, bro. Was it?
I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure that happened this year.
Yeah, like in September.
Hey, blowout's a blowout. Blowout's a blowout.
Blowout is a blowout, but also things can happen.
Okay, I respect it. I respect it. I respect it.
You never know. Hey, if Miami would have beat Buffalo the other day, then who knows, bro? But I mean, I just feel like the Bills. In retrospect, it doesn't mean like head to head for me, but like I think collectively,
I respect it.
dude, there would be a better team right now. But that's about all we have for y'all today.
Hmm.
Appreciate y'all for tuning in, getting this talking with us. As the NBA season starts to getting more games, the next 10, the next 20, we'll be so locked into that. So,
All right, appreciate you guys. Appreciate it.
right, and we will see.